Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Meister Lampe, and I'm very proud to present you the first video footage of War Thunder on my channel. And for this video, I wanted to create my own intro. And I did it in Adobe After Effects. It was my first project. It took me many weeks, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks. I cannot say it anymore. And for the first project, I don't think it's too bad. And War Thunder, I played it since the beginning of the year and I'm already at rank 15 in the German Air Force. And it's such a beautiful game. Oh, look at the landscape and the beautiful clouds and the graphical effects. It's such a beautiful game. And I'm also in a very beautiful plane here. It's the Bf109 F-4 and it's not in the standard configuration. I mounted 2 additional 20mm cannons under the wings. You can see them in a few seconds. There they are. That means this plane is armed with 3 20mm cannons and 2 7.92mm machine guns. And I just took down the first plane in this arcade battle. It was one of the British Wellington bombers. I really like these arcade battles. At the moment I have like 3,500 flyouts and roughly the same amount of kills, of air kills. So that's a kill to death ratio of about 1.0. I also play historical battles, but to be honest, I really suck at historical battles, so you will mostly see arcade battles on this channel, and 1 or 2 historical battles from time to time. If you are new to War Thunder, here is a short introduction to the 3 levels of realism in this game. At first you have arcade battles, the least realistic game mode. The flight model is really simplified here. You will hardly be able to bring planes in a stall or crash them. And second level is historical battles. You have less UI in the game and the flight model is already really realistic. And the third level is full real battles. And in full real battles you have no UI whatsoever and you have to fly from inside the plane from the cockpit view. There is no third person view for you in full real battles, and the flight model is very realistic and it's very hard to control the plane. So for the majority of players, arcade battle is the mode of choice. And I have to add to clarify that this is a video of a replay in War Thunder. It's a bit different than in World of Tanks at the moment. In World of Tanks you have all the UI, the replay looks exactly the same as if you play it live. And in here most of the UI elements are missing. For example, there are no indicators for the altitude or the airspeed of your plane. And that was an Me-410 that just passed me and exploded midair just behind me. I got really lucky that he did not hit me. Normally I try to avoid these head-on passes, but sometimes you cannot. For your information, this map is called Two Towns. It's one of my favorite maps. It's one of the older ones in War Thunder. Down there you can see 2 fleets that are fighting each other, and usually in both teams there are a lot of bombers that try to sink these ships. So I'm going for the bombers here. At first I destroyed the Wellington and now I'm going for the Ju-87. He's trying to dive away from me. At first he gained some distance, but now I'm decreasing the distance and I'm catching up. Bad aiming from my side here. I started shooting too early, but in the end I saw off his wing and destroyed him. During that last dive I picked up a lot of speed, and now I convert the speed back into energy. That means into altitude. The Bf109 is a typical boom and zoomer, a typical energy fighter. You need energy advantage over your enemies, so always try to be above your enemies. Then look down, pick a target. There is one just below us. Then boom down, release a few shots and then zoom away. And yeah, it's not working here because my target made a turn and I cannot follow him in that turn. So I go back up into a steep climb, gaining energy again, and then looking for the next target. Not a particularly good maneuver against that TO-217, but took the opportunity and put some shots into him. And there we go, destroyed the Yak-1. There we have an MC-200. Oh, that was close. He nearly collided with me, but just a second before I saw off his wing. And then I destroyed another Typhoon. And now I have to be really careful here, because I'm at very low altitude, very low energy. So I have to gain energy again. Go in a climb, go away from the action. Have a few seconds calming down, reload the cannons, and then looking for the next target. There's a Corsair below us, an American fighter. And I don't think he's paying too much attention to us, or to his 6. So I'm going for him. And again, started shooting too early. Bad aiming. And now enjoy the next 30 seconds and see what kind of havoc you can cause amongst the enemy. A few seconds ago we had a Corsair, now we have a Spitfire. And there's a P-36. And that's another Bf109 F. Wow, 4 planes in short succession. And that's number 5, another Spitfire. And evade an approaching enemy plane here. Of course, that was not all boom and zoom like you should do in a Bf109. But, well, it's just an arcade battle, why not from time to time? Yeah, but you shouldn't do these head-on passes. So exactly this will happen so often. You just crash into the enemy. But these were the last seconds of this battle. Just a few seconds after I crashed, somebody from our team destroyed the last enemy ground target and we won. And for me, that were 12 air kills in less than 8 minutes. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. There are more to come. Thanks for watching and bye bye.